And welcome back. We're going to be continuing and finishing off the specializations for the mage. This time up we're speaking to this dude who I don't exactly know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to let him do it. And we're going to get to be the Necromancer.
Inquisitor, I heard a tapping. My skills are required.
And you are?
Speak of Vios and Axas. I have come from Navarra as a voice for the dead. Welcome them, and they will serve your cause.
Welcome any assistance? You speak of the dead.
Excuse me? You speak for who?
The dead. Many assume that they have misheard. I am of the Mortalitasi. We tend to those who have passed and revere their lives by honoring them in death. And when the living are threatened, we give the bodies of the dead physical purpose once more. Necromancy, Inquisitor. The dead will serve for you.
A Mortalitasi?
What is a Mortalitasi?
We are the caretakers of the Grand Necropolis of Navarra. For the treasured relative, we usher a spirit of the Fade into the void of their mortal form. It honors them both. But when enemies threaten the living, we turn death into a weapon of war, instead of merely the result.
You raise the dead?
You're saying you can bring the dead back to life?
Of course not. The souls of our departed cross the Fade to be with the Maker. The body is left empty.
Then what is it that you do?
In the Grand Necropolis, we would usher in a displaced spirit of the Fade, eliminating imbalance. But this is war. Every battlefield has one thing in abundance: death. I turn the bodies of enemies into weapons against them. We do not manipulate the living. We make use of the dead.
Sounds like blood magic to me.
You're a mage who manipulates life. How is this not blood magic?
Blood magic consumes life. It tears at the living to manipulate and destroy. It is a cancer among our kind. We honor life by venerating the dead. We give their mortal form purpose. In combat, perhaps only for a few moments, but that is still more than they had. More than opposing you normally allows.
Why is this good?
Tell me why this would best suit me.
It is not for everyone, yet we all reach beyond life. You have already killed many out of necessity. To stop at death is wasteful. Death can make allies of enemies. Death can rend the battlefield. Death can terrify.
People will fear me.
Don't you want to terrify? Fear means there are fewer to fight next time. Fear means lives are saved, if that is your concern.
And show me what's involved.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
Then your journey begins as others end. The steps are small, but vital. There is instruction and veneration. Then you'll return. We shall see what this life holds for you.
Sweet. Right, journal. I swear I've not tried to collect those skulls already. But it may be one of those things that just happens. I noticed when I was doing stuff out of the Storm Coast, I was just picking up the Nerevan skulls, so it might just be one of those things. But anyway, find Dorian. And next to him, apparently, is a book, which we need. That, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Way of the Necromancer. Sweet. Right. I know one place I can go. So over to the Black Emporium for the Bloodstone. Confirm. Yes. and then on to the Storm Coast. I only want 8. Yeah, 8.
Where is the urchin? I require the services of the urchin!
Bloodstone 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Storm Coast. And we're going to go to there. Here's the chick team. I honestly thought I'd done a little bit more on the Storm Coast than that, but obviously not. It is slightly annoying. Oh well. So I just want to go north a little bit. All I did here was gather the party members pretty much. So I got to the Storm Coast and opened it up.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned.
Oh, okay. Right, so into the cave. Okay. I think the rifts might actually be one of the better things to do to get this. It did say come up here, but obviously not. Oh, he definitely doesn't like electricity. Okay. Where am I going? Thereabouts. Come on, get up. There we go. Ooh, loot.
Wow, we can watch, yeah?
No. No, definitely not. Right, where am I? There's the other one. So it's about there. Am I pat in the right spot? Yeah, that'll do. It's always annoying when it's just the one that you gotta go for, but such is the way. Apostate's Landing. Well, someone's slowing down time. That's an Astrarian. Yet, I do want the Astrarians, but
Got to be something here.
Just not yet. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Unsettled dead. That is exactly what you're going for. Nervan's skull. There we go. Now, so that is located at pretty much at the Astrarium. So yeah, apparently there's one spot around here where they can warp in. There's a spot here, obviously, just to the east of holding of the camp there. And around about there as well, which is just to the west of the approach. But yeah, that is pretty much what you're looking for. But it's just unfortunate that I've already got 3 of them. Otherwise, I would be showing you where every one of them is. But it may be that I've actually killed off the other one. But anyway, right, so I'm close enough to it anyway. Let's go down to there. So the Astrarium is one location. Leave the bear alone. Oh good, there's a path down. Lovely. Well, after a fashion. I was actually going to jump, but thank you. But apparently, what happens is that you may not get them all appearing at the same time. So even if oh, hang on. Ooh. Oh, it's Darkspawn. It wouldn't be Dragon Age without Darkspawn, would it? Really? Right, so around about here is what we're looking for. I can show you anyway. The first spot where you should be able to get the Nerevan skulls is around about that area, near the Deep Stalker Cave. The second spot is at the Astrarium to the east of the camp just there. And the third spot, apparently, is around this Knife Edge Gully area here, but I can't seem to find anything. But it may be that because I've got 3 of them already, that the thing is not going to complete, which kind of sounds right. So let's go to Storm Solitude. Ceremonial Mortality Skull. So craft at least not until after they have passed on. A true necromancer creates a relic that will house the soul of another who is already dead. They must ensure it's respectful and that it pulses with power enough to demonstrate their serious intention. That will draw a mortalitasi to teach them the final arts, whispered from the mouth of a polished skull. Okay. Sweet. Right. There we go. There's a lot of dead people around here all the time. Right.
The recipe is complete. The ceremony ended. You know our way. Now you must choose to accept this role. To shepherd and to condemn.
Yes, I'll be a necromancer.
I am ready to commit to this, to train in necromancy.
Then you honor me as well. You have begun a path that goes well beyond where others must stop. You will find, Inquisitor, that life is not so final as some might think. Welcome to our way.
Right. Character record. Necromancer. These mages specialise in binding the spirits that are drawn to death. They can put the fear of death into enemies, bring spirits to fight on their behalf, and even cause devastating explosions when their enemies die. That's what I'm looking for. Horror. You unleash spirits of fear that terrify all enemies within the area. Effect 30 meters, 3 meters for 6 seconds. And the upgrade, Despair. Even deeper terror until upon the targets and reduces their armor. Ooh, nice. While they are under its effect. So 20% armor reduction, spirit damage, 50% of weapon damage per second. And it lasts for 6 seconds-ish. That's not bad. Death Siphon. Every time an enemy dies nearby, you regain both mana and stamina. Lovely. Blinding Terror. You've learned to leave enemies vulnerable. In their terror, enemies that are panicked take increased damage from all attacks. Haste. You increase the speed of the entire party. While this ability is active, all enemies move and attack more slowly by comparison. Seriously? That's the best they could come up with for that? Wow. Power of the Dead. Killing enemies attracts spirits that increase the power of your spells over... oh, nice. Simulacrum. If you're not unconscious, a spirit you control takes on your likeness and fights on your behalf for a short time. The spirit draws magic directly from the Fey, casting spells without cost. You cannot be revived by any means until the spirit leaves. That's for 10 seconds. That's pretty freaking awesome. Right. Walking Bomb. Yeah. You curse an enemy, inflicting ongoing spirit damage, and then trigger the curse in a devastating explosion. 200% of weapon damage per second. Explosion damage is 600% of weapon damage, so it's 200% for 10 seconds per second. So it's going to be 20,000%? 20,000 weapon damage. If your weapon does 1, it's 200%, so that's going to be 200 hit per second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. At 10, 2,000 weapon damage, and then another 600, 2,600 when the bomb goes off. That's not bad, but considering most staffs that you'd be using would be something like 70-ish damage per second, so call it 79, maybe. So yeah, you say 79 times plus 200%. 158. 79 plus 158 times 10 equals 1,659. So it's not as much as I thought. It's still not bad. If Walking Bomb kills your target, the effect spreads to nearby enemies, causing secondary explosions. That's what you want. Right, Spirit Mark. You mark a target with an attacking spirit, inflicting ongoing damage. If the target dies while marked, the spirit mimics the victim's body briefly to fight on your behalf. So if you take out a dragon. Vigor Mark. Targets will kill you kill with Spirit Mark now fight for you longer and harder. Damage bonus 75%. So that's the Necromancer path. That focus ability is reason enough probably not to go for Necromancer, because that's a bit crap. It probably isn't when you use it, but still, it looks a little bit crap. But yeah, anyway, so that's how you go about getting all of the mage specializations. We're going to move on to do the rogue ones now, so I'll be back in a second with the rogue specializations. Just a shame the character looks identical to this. It's unfortunate, but yeah, see you in a bit.